All right, guys. So it's been brought to my attention that there's actually a spot in the game right now which has probably the highest elite mob density in the entire game. And this is where you should be farming right now if you want to try to get unique drops. So the concept behind this is pretty simple. It appears that right now, until this gets nerfed, PvP zones have some of the highest mob density and elite spawn rate chance in the entire game. Now, what you want to do is go to one of the PvP zones and sort of ignore all of the main events and run around and pack hunt while you're there. So what I would suggest is if you are running the southern PvP zone, try to find one of the crystals and run a very large circle around the crystal. So if you're around this bottom altar of extraction, I would try running the outer edge all the way around like this, over by this, and then come around and do it this way. The problem with that is there's a lot of void zones here. You could also run around the northern crystal. There's a very large circle you can make almost all the way down to this Purify Seeds of Hatred here. And then back around, you could run around this one. The other options are in the northern PvP zone, but as you can see, this one is kind of cut up, and those void zones really make it hard for monsters to spawn where they can't stand. So in the top zone, you're mainly relegated to this zone here, or maybe some of this down here, maybe over into here. Realistically, your best zone is going to be the bottom zone down here. So I spent a little bit of time in the zone to try it out for myself, and I can tell you that I was in the zone for probably 10 to 15 minutes, and in that time, I actually got 2 unique drops. Now, it's not to say that you are going to be without PvP fights. You will be in PvP fights down here. While you're having these fights, try to enjoy them and try to have fun. If you find that you feel like you're being grieved by the same player over and over again, consider just logging out and logging back in to refresh your mirror, or jump to a friend's instance, and that will reset your mirror as well. Now, I'm going to showcase a little bit of the footage, and you can see there's actually quite a bit of mob density down here. And in this time, I actually got a couple legendary drops as well. Now, I've got to say, I was a bit skeptical in the beginning, and this actually was my second time testing this. The first time I tested it, I had very bad luck. But it turns out that with further testing, this is actually a great zone, and probably someplace you should be spending time if you are hunting ancestral uniques in Diablo 4. Hopefully this guide helps you round out your collection of uniques, and hopefully you can do this before it gets patched, because I can guarantee you, as soon as Blizzard and Diablo find out that this is here, this will be patched probably the same day.
All right, guys. So that's pretty much everything you need to know. I am going to let the footage continue to roll so you guys can see the run in its entirety. If you've enjoyed this and you want to see more Diablo 4 content, consider checking out our backlog of Diablo 4 videos. And as always, have a great day.